What's up, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whoever this lands? It's me, Bloomy. And listen, I'm just here to give just a little, I want to call it tidbit wisdom. And it's going to correlate with the inner child integration oracle reading that I will be doing tonight at 6 o'clock. And so today, a lot of messages has been coming to me about this and just about certain areas of our lives. And quite honestly, you all, it's with my resonance that most of what we feel like are repetitive cycles, issues, traps, addictions, are rooted in some form of an inner child wounding most of the time. And my resonance, okay? I do understand, like I mentioned on many videos, we certainly inherit akashic, ancestral, and woundings. We certainly brought things in with this carnation, but at the heart of the matter is a lot of it is just the inner child stuff. And inner child stuff, yeah, inner child, sorry, bug, but I need to not have you on me. Um, Inner child stuff affects everything, believe it or not. Okay. So, but what I want to highlight in this little clip that I'm sharing with you guys is this. Think about your own life. I'm inviting you the same way I do with myself to just simply go within and think about your life. Think about the choices you've made in terms of love, in terms of partners, in terms of, just to focus on a theme. And love seems to be a theme that a lot of people are interested in. Um, so I'm just going to use that for this clip. Now, do you see as you look at your own pattern with lovers, whatever that may be for you? Do you have a pattern of choosing partners that, even if they don't look like your parents, they, for some whatever reason, whether it's the mother figure, the father figure, whoever, energetically or subconsciously, it seems like they have ways and mannerisms about how they are with you the same way your caretaker did. So just think about that, okay? In some cases, they may look like, it just depends on what your personal issues are. In some cases, we may be choosing people that look like our parents, depending, you know what I'm saying? Now, another thing I want to share is go within and ask yourself some questions. How did I feel as a child? Did I feel nurtured? Did I feel loved? Did I feel safe? Did I feel secure? Did I feel protected? Did I feel strong? Did I feel like I was capable? As I grew up, what did that look like? Did I feel safe? Was I nurtured? Was I supported? Did I feel alone or did I feel like I had people? Did I grow? Did I develop in a normal way? Did I ever, you know, get taught about life and humans and relationships in a healthy way? What did I see? What looked real and normal, even if it wasn't? Did anybody show me anything beyond hostility and anger and absence or trying to buy my love with things? Did anybody ever model any of that for me? Okay. Bring it forward as you go through your history, bring it forward and go, huh, is this why I'm hung up on certain people? Am I trying to alchemize something? Am I in a prostitute energy? And hear me out when I say a prostitute energy, okay? Please don't take it the wrong way because I can relate to this personally, okay? And I'm not saying like literal, but some people straight up be literal prostitution. Still no judgment, but here's what I mean when I say that. Okay. When it comes to my romantic endeavors, okay, first and foremost, what keeps me hung up on an individual? What is it going in and being honest about it? Taking that time, what is it that keeps me hung up on an individual? What are my personal issues that I've developed over time as relates to my inner child wounding? Okay. So, what is my attachment to people? Why? What kind of people? Right? Is it their sex? Is it their physical appearance? Is it their money? Is it their ways of trying to cater to me? Is that what I equate love being? Because as a child, I didn't get it, or maybe as a child, in some cases, I was spoiled. Because believe me, you guys, this thing has a flip side to the coin here. Maybe I was spoiled as a child. Maybe I was the only child. Maybe everybody always catered to me because, or else I'd have a tantrum. And so, what I've been hardwired to know is that the world revolves around me, and if I have a tantrum, people give me what I want, right? And so I have an energetic imprint to attract people that are going to cater to what I want, but in a negative way because it's low vibrational. So, in other words, listen to me, hear me out. Even if there is no true, authentic, healthy love there, they may cater for their own inner child woundings. And that's what I'm saying when I talk about prostitution vibration. Haven't you ever noticed that certain partners that you've had in your life only come back around to you during a certain time of the year? Oh, just meditate on that. Just be honest. Don't be upset. Don't judge it. Don't attach. But just be willing to look at that. Okay, do so and so only seem to resurface or want to come back into my life during this time frame? And what is happening during these time frames? Because that's going to give me a clue as to why they are resurfacing. Yeah, the prostitution energy or frequency basically is just one that it's an exploitatory. You know how we have the predator energy where you got, in other words, like pimps or people that take advantage of hurt souls and you know put them out for money, right? So there's a more predatory. But on the flip side of that pimp energy is the prostitution one. Okay, and and it usually lands in the more yin energy or the more feminine energy. Okay, it could be in a man though, because if a man is in his more feminine energy, he may be having that prostitution vibration. So the prostitution vibration is it's a hardwire based on your own programming and inner child woundings that sees individuals when it comes to relationships as objects for your survival, as objects for um, for your livelihood by way of utilizing your sexuality. Has nothing to do with love. It's okay. I'm going to use my beauty. I'm going to use my body. I'm going to use my sex. I'm going to use the advantage of what I know about a person who's addicted, somebody's weaknesses to something for monetary gain. Zero love at the heart, okay? Zero love. And I say only this because if we go back and we look at the patterns, and if we're honest, it's like, okay, yeah, like it's only a pretend in that season and then they're gone again. Or then if they're not gone again, their real face shows up, right? The real truth about who they are, how they feel, and what they really want, right? That's a prostitutory energy. A prostitutory energy or a geisha. Geisha is the sulfur form of it, you know, because the geisha doesn't really get a gain. The geisha is used, and she don't get nothing. She don't get no dollar. You know what I'm saying? She's just she's the more mature version of the prostitute energy. Okay. The prostitute energy, yeah, they gonna get some because otherwise they ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get $1.15. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get a ride to the Dollar General. They gonna get, you know what I'm saying? They gonna get something because otherwise it's not worth it. So that's the more, you know, more selfish version of the geisha prostitute. Okay. So as you guys look at these things, right? This is, I hope if you look at this before the other video, I hope it prepares you to set your intentions with your inner child integration. Because it is time for us to embrace our true identity and divinity, no matter which side of the spectrum you land on in this example. But we do need to take a look in order to even understand. We need to sit down and be willing to look at, okay, Yeah. Home dude only come around in the tax season because they want my tax return. Home chick only come around during tax season because they want a little bit of my tax return. Mofos only come around when each stimulus is scheduled to come out, and all of a sudden they miss me and they in love with me and they want to build a family and they regret leaving me and cheating on me, and all of a sudden it's like, please, let's do this again, please. You know what I'm saying? And it's always around January, between January and March. It's always between January and March when it's the tax people, the people that's trying to capitalize off of some financial shiznit. Okay. Now, in other cases, if we look at our patterns and we've been gullible or in a low vibration ourselves, and we're trying to use our financial gain, like, ooh, I'm about to get some unemployment. You know what I'm saying? I haven't gotten my unemployment checks, and they gonna owe me $3,000. Opening your mouth and saying something like that, right? To the wrong person. Listen, to the wrong person. Because if you sharing that information with somebody in that prostitute energy, you to be exploited. And everything weak about you is about to be exploited. Okay? And I mean this with love, but I hope this is enlightening. Because if we don't stop to start looking at, oh my God, this lady is telling the truth. This MF will only come back around when it's tax season. What the hell? Or this, you know what I'm saying? This person only come around when I didn't mess around and opened my big fat mouth and I didn't told them I'm fixing to give me some bomb settlement of some sort. And now they in love with me again, right? And now they catering to all your whams because of prostitutory energy, very similar to the geisha, they have been groomed to study the weakness, to study what an individual wants and desires to the max. So in other words, they are professional. Okay. If they know that you have an inclination and a weakness for drugs and alcohol, baby, best believe they finna buy you all the weed and liquor on earth to get you in. Now, hear this out, to get you pulled in. All right. And some people use this on the flip because, like I mentioned, the pimp predatory energy, they going to use what they have. That's using your power. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got money. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy you all the weed and liquor and drugs you want, but you got to stay with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll have sex with you all day, every day. I'll give you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all need to listen to me. I'm smiling because it's deep. This realization is very powerful if you use it in the right way. If you use it for your healing, if you use it for transforming that energy, if you use it for evolving, if you use it to finally break free from within so that you can finally break free externally. Okay, hear me. We must do this. If we're tired of living the same story, different day, different year, perhaps even different face in person, but for whatever reason, it looks just like the last one in a way because this person only comes around when it's tax season or the news says stimulus. The news said that the stimulus is coming. So a week before that, then this person's in love all of a sudden. They like, let's do this again. Me and you, baby. Me and you. Don't you want to be with me? Don't you miss me? Don't you love me? Wasn't I the best you ever had? I want our family to work now. Let's raise our kids together. Wasn't thinking about it before January though. And they ain't never thinking about it every year before January. They only thinking about it, you know. Oh, this is good stuff, you guys. And I'm sorry, you know what? Let me be a little bit tender here. I am so sorry if you're listening to this and you or were on the receiving end of something like this and somebody just basically took advantage. I am sincerely sorry. And I send my love and light to you as someone that can relate to that, okay? Having lived a life almost that way. Okay, having been reared in that kind of stuff. Okay. Um, and this can be energetic and emotional too. I just want to throw that in there because you do have people that are not able to produce vibration and energy on a high vibe way for themselves, or they're not allowing themselves to do that inner work so that they can see that they can, right? Because maybe they're lazy, maybe it's just easier just to bump up around people who's got it, right? So people get exploited in that way too, all right? And that's, is to do with our inner child woundings that we're integrating now, right? Because hear me out. If you are a very sincere soul who have been on this journey and path and you resonate with Bloomful Within Love and who I am and what I represent and do, and you have really been on this path and you have really given your heart to people and you've cared for folks even when you saw straight through them like a freaking x-ray, right? But you being a high vibrational being, being an evolved being, having a big loving heart, you know what I'm saying? And in your own brokenness, but yet still gave people chances and loved them, was there for them when they wasn't shit, was there for them when they didn't have shit, was there for them when the hoes that come around, the prostitution hoes that wants the tax check, you know what I'm saying, was there for them when they had a damn tumor and cancers and shit and was raggedy. Listen, I'm being humorous and I'm also using kind of slang and urban communication and stuff that sounds kind of ratchet, right? But I'm doing that because that's what it be like when we are doing this. That's real, okay? And people forget that, people come back around, those predatory energies, those prostituting energies come back around, but those were not the people that were there for them when they didn't have shit. Those were not the people they're listening to them when they were crying, when they were upset, when their life was falling apart. Those were not the people that still loved them and cared for them when they did not look their best, when they had a big old lump on their face, when they didn't have two pennies to run together, when they didn't have a car, when they didn't have a friend, a true one on the earth. When, you know what I'm saying? Like, those were not the ones. Those prostitutory energies come back around when they smell money and they smell opportunity. And in some cases, depending on how low vibration people are, some of them just want to be able to have a sex slave. They may not want your dollar bills. Some of them may just be in the energy where they just want to always have access to you. They just want to always be able to have sex with you. You know what I'm saying? And they want to exploit that energy because of what they get out of it or whatever. But that's the same thing. And then come around and fuck up your life, right? You let them come around and fuck up your life because, you know what I'm saying, if your inner wounds, your pains, your addictions, you know what I'm saying, and they then came around and fucked up your whole little get down, your whole little possibilities, your whole possibilities for something real, for something healthy, for something good, for something right. Then came around, fucked up your whole head, your whole everything. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say this too as a side note for free. All of this is free. But listen, masculines, this is to you, okay? And feminines, so take this how it resonates. Maybe that works. Okay. Wake the fuck up. Because listen, I don't care how fine you are, what you got, whatever, whatever. Hear me. Okay. If you're not dealing with your inner child issues and woundings, if you're not taking this time for yourself to deal with yourself truly and to look at your own patterns, hear me. There are individuals that are in a low frequency that practice things on you to make you see a certain way. And I can say this as someone who is a divine high vibe femme who understands the law of vibration and understands the heart of love and source. You don't exploit or manipulate energy over people's free will. If the motherfucker don't want you, leave them alone. Okay? Send them love and light. You could be hurt. You could feel, you know what I'm saying? But don't start, don't be doing no dollar magician and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing that, and masculines, y'all need to know that that's real. And what's twisted is they'll try to act like it's someone else. They'll do something to make you're blurred as if it's someone else doing it to you that is not doing it to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's called reverse magic. It's called make conflict magic. It's called all that. They are doing that. This is why most of you can't get out of the shits y'all's in. I'm just saying. They're doing cause conflict. So every time you try to have a relationship, they do a cause a conflict spell. They'll do some kind of a spell like make him or her see her as ugly, make me look beautiful, make me look like I'm angelic, make me look like I love him and care for him, make him addicted to me. Like these things happen, and I'm not saying this to sow fear, but hear this and hear it good. If you are not dealing with yourself, it makes you subject and susceptible, I'm sorry, to energetic frequencies and practices being sent your way. It has nothing to do with trying to fearmong you, but you need to be coming to some damn intellect and some damn sense and some damn, you know what I'm saying? If you're allowing yourself to stay eyeballs deep in your devil energy, they are going to exploit that. They're going to continue to practice magic on you. They're going to continue to try to mess with your crown chakra and your third eye, you know what I'm saying, even your heart, but using the lower chakras to keep you so dizzy and dazed out, okay, so that you can't see straight. And the people that actually cared for you and loved you and were actually beautiful or handsome, you can't even see it. And then you end up in a trap, and it's only all revealed once they know that it is solidified inside of you. Okay? Please take this as a resonate, any of you that's hearing this, but it's real. And our only ticket is this is why the inner child workings and healings and integration is unnecessary, because then we understand vibration, we understand frequency, we understand that we can shift all of that and transmute things and don't have to be susceptible to somebody Google a trick and shit, or somebody who's been practicing the magic. I mean, there are people who twisted and demented. And I don't mean that to be in an attack form, but when people are not balanced themselves and they're mentally ill, you guys, and we're living in times where people are really in this fear based energy because of what's going on. So that's increasing this desperation to have options and lock shit down. When people are mentally, chemically imbalanced, okay, they don't have no sense. There is no heart, no heart. Because someone who's connected to soul energy does not willfully, intentionally, and purposefully do harm to people, use people, manipulate people, take advantage of people, knowing full well they never meant any good. That's a clear indication something's wrong. Okay? And people that are chemically imbalanced, they can be a witch and a wizard or warlock or whatever. And they could be knowing people who do that. But when you put that in the hands of people who are dizzy as hell in the head, it's not energy practices being used properly. And these people are about to get some hits, though, hard. I tried to put the energetic alert out there in position that I hold in the realms of energy and the spirit. If people don't cease and desist this stuff, everything that they have done and continue to do, it is about to hit, and it's going to hit hard. Because they have an energetic team that's wanting to assist them with getting themselves right. And they are refusing it in their arrogance and in their pride and ego. And they have a right to do so. But by law of the universe and vibration, then by default, they are going to reap hard. The more they send out hate energy, the more they try to do a dollar down magician on somebody, the more they try to spread rumors, the more they spread gossip, the more they harass, The more they attempt to bully, the more, hear me out, the more they use and manipulate, the more they take advantage, the more they steal, is about to hit. And it's going to hit fucking hard. All right? But for those of you have been on the receiving end, it is for us that are doing this energetic work to shift our focus onto getting this energy right within ourselves. Pay attention to this stuff. Look at our own patterns. Be willing and set the intention to go the journey. Ask for the assistance that we need in a right way, not in a backyard side way. Because some people are so fucking prideful and so fucking stubborn. They cannot bring themselves to admit that they need help. They cannot bring themselves to admit, I was wrong and I'm reaching out because I would like, you know what I'm saying? And it only hurts people. That's what they don't get. Like, you can play the games, you can do this to the damn end of this journey on earth. It's only you that you're hurting. Because other people that's on this path and they gonna do their healing work, ain't nothing stopping them, baby. Nothing. Not a Dowler magician, not a damn, you know what I'm saying? Nothing, not no bully, not no mentally ill, you know what I'm saying, stalker, harassing and trying to tear people down because they're really low key insecure, because only people that are insecure feel the need to do that. If you're secure in who you're a person, you don't need to go around trying to tear down somebody else and what they look like. You're doing that because you're insecure, obviously, no matter what you actually look like. You can look like America's Next Top Model, but if you acting like that, you're insecure. Simple as that. Because when people are in their empress energy, when we are in our divinity, we know who the fuck we are. And we don't need to prove nothing to nobody. And we don't need to go around trying to tear other women down or other men down so that we could feel elevated. Yeah, I said that. Because I'm aware that I have several people coming onto my platforms. Brandy is nice. Bloomy is nice. But Brandy is nice by a choice. She loves, it's a choice. It's not naivete. It's not weakness. And so now the lion has been woken up. All right? And again, another disclaimer, anybody, and I mean anybody, ever coming on my YouTube channel saying dumb shit. Two things are going to happen to you. First of all, I'm going to report you. I'm going to send it to YouTube. Okay. Second of all, then of course I'm just going to delete and remove your stuff. I'm not going to even acknowledge you. Okay. So this statement is a general, let's just throw it out there, a general statement for y'all, for all the people who ever attempt stuff. Kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to even acknowledge. It's just going to be like, I'll pause if I'm on the video and go do. And then send you some Reiki energy and some love and light for your life to work with your problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm so serious. I don't have time for that. I'm on a mission. I am creating and fulfilling my soul's dream and happiness. I hope and wish everyone to find the same for themselves. But you're going to leave me the fuck alone. No, that's what is going to happen. If you can't come honest, true, sincere, and correct, then don't bother. Okay? If you got to use a fake profile and the homies and the damn, don't bother. I'm going to sense it. I'm going to smell it. And if you're talking crazy, then I'll deal with you that way. But even if you try to act nice, I'll pick it up and I'll just play along to a degree. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Some of y'all are like, dang, she on one, because people have underestimated Bloomy. But I get that I had to do my inner child integration and healing, and I'm still on this path. I'm not saying I've arrived. I'm saying a lot of work has been done, which is why I'm able to be in this energy and why I'm able to uh, shift and manifest and create differently than I have before. Okay. All right. I love y'all. I am super stoked for tonight. 6 o'clock, baby, baby. And it's not a Q&A, so please don't come asking no questions for your personals because this ain't what it is. Okay. I've mentioned on other videos, if it is a Q&A, I'm going to put it in the title, live Q&A. If it is not live Q&A in the title somewhere, then I'm not taking questions about your situation. It is a collective reading. Okay? All right. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm excited. Can't wait to see y'all. It's going to be great. Talk to you next time. Namaste.